Since the 15th of March, the United States has been launching pretty regular attacks on the Houthis in Yemen, mainly northern Yemen, on many of their sites, headquarters and communications nodes. Last night, Britain joined in with that attack, but in a rather specific way. So 4 Typhoon aircraft were launched from RAF Akrotiri in Cyprus. The Typhoons, the GRA-4s, carry 4 paveway bombs, normally paveway 4 bombs, and they attacked a series of sites, a group of buildings about 15 miles south of Sana'a, according to the Ministry of Defence, where British intelligence says Houthi drones were being assembled and stored for attacks on shipping in the southern part of the Red Sea. Now, that was a very specific sort of target, the sort of targets that Britain was attacking when it was working with the Biden administration before the Trump administration took over in January. And again, it was the same sort of operation, flying from Cyprus, from Akrotiri, 1,000 miles down all the way down the Red Sea to attack in the area in northern Yemen. Would have required, or did require, a Voyager air-to-air refuelling operation as well to get the aircraft there and back. And apparently very successful. They'll have a look at the target damage, and they said the target was attacked at night, so there'll be very few civilians around. And as far as they're concerned, they've done the job. So why did Britain join this now, when this operation has been going on in a pretty big way from the 15th of March? Well, in one sense, I think there's a political message here to the Pentagon and the White House that says that Britain is still capable of doing these things. We still want to work with the United States in a defence sense. We'd have common interests in the world, and we want to help you to pursue them. But also, there's a limitation in all of this, because whereas the American operation has been going for a series of Houthi sites, they're trying to destroy the Houthis as a governing group in northern Yemen, a rebel group, Britain is sticking to the idea of just going for those particular weapons that are a threat to shipping in the Red Sea, in the southern part of the Red Sea. So it's a freedom of navigation operation that we're involved in, really. And you can see why. If you think about the shipping lanes, there are some famous choke points in world shipping. So the Malacca Straits is one very famous choke point. Another famous choke point are the Strait of Hormuz, where most Gulf oil comes through the Strait of Hormuz. And, of course, this choke point, the southern tip of the Red Sea, is a really tight choke point, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Now, of course, shipping can always find a way round. They can go round, but look at the distance that they have to go if they can't use the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. And as the Americans pointed out in their very critical comments, accidentally on WhatsApp a few weeks ago, they said they're doing this more for the Europeans' benefit than from their own, because it's the Europe that needs this route much more than the United States when it comes to keeping navigation flowing. Well, that's true after a fashion, but only after a fashion, because really what the Americans are doing is attacking the Houthis because they want to show the Iranians that actually another of their clients has been taken down. They want to put pressure on Iran to make sure that they can't keep using their clients, like the group of Hamas, like Hezbollah, and now the Houthis themselves. And so Britain is making its point as well, but what John Healey says is also very important. He said in the Commons today, it's a demonstration of the fact that Britain's adversaries are increasingly working together against our interests, and that is a piece of the jigsaw which is all part of our new strategic reality here in Britain.